Hi there and welcome to Tuesdays with Annette. Thank you for joining me today because we're making a fantastic recipe. We're going into book 1 and the recipe we're making is guilt-free pizza. That's right, Pizza Supreme is the recipe we're making today. It's such an easy recipe, so I hope you've downloaded it from the web. You've got the ingredients, everything's ready to go. So fantastic. So what we need to do is, before we start, is let's mention the winners from last week's show, which was the banana caramel self-sauce pudding. That's out of book 3. Fiona Wilson, Kim Casper and Joanne Logan all were very happy to win this fabulous book. But before we wash our hands, I just want to mention to you that we're a bit fizzy, excited in the Simply Too Good headquarters right now because we're about to start a 6-week winter weight loss challenge. You cannot miss this. It's fabulous. It starts on the 14th of June and what you get is incredible. You get daily menu plans which include breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks. You get direct access to me through emailing. Specifically for the program, unpublished recipes. I've done 3 for the show, for this particular one, and you know what? So much more. This pizza is actually in one of the menu plans on that winter challenge, so you get guilt-free pizza and losing weight. I know, it's fabulous. So if you want support and motivation to help you lose that weight and keep it off, then this might be your program. So if you want to look at it and find out more, then please go to simplytoogood.com.au/membership. And as I said, it starts on the 14th of June. So I hope you join me. So let's go over, wash our hands. And we can start cooking in a minute. It's a really easy recipe, but I just think if you've never made my pizza, and I was really, this is a very old recipe because when I started to lose my weight, one of the things I really was missing was pizza. So I got into making this recipe, and to this day, it's my favorite. It's probably the only pizza I ever bother with. I've got so used to it. And we have pizza night where we put all the fillings out and everyone makes their own pizza. It's so much fun. But this one we're making is actually Pizza Supreme. So let's look at what we need. So we need onion, capsicum, celery, mushrooms. Optional is pineapple. I'm sorry, I like pineapple on my pizza. I wonder whether you do or not. Give me a thumbs up or not. Thumbs down if you don't like pizza. I've got some 97% fat-free ham, tomato paste, which is the no added salt, and I've got the cheese. Now, I've grated 50 grams or half a cup of cheese. Now, what I've used this week is this one. It's the Bega 50%. And I like that one because it's really strong and tasty because it's not easy to always find the 30%. So if you've got 25%, that's fine, but this is 50% and it's still even tastes amazing. We also need these, very importantly, this is going to be our pizza base and it's Lebanese bread. You can buy this in the supermarket everywhere, so it's no problem. And the props that we need is a chopping board, some cutlery, some spoons. I've got a measure cup. I've got a tray to put the pizza on and basically oven preheated 200 degrees, guys. Remember 200, not 180, 200. So all we have to do is chop and get it in the oven. Yum, guilt-free pizza. So let's do the onion first because you want to do thin sliced. So I'm going to just cut that in half and just very thinly slice. And you want 1/3 cup. Try and do it as thin as you can. And basically it's just, if you look at it something you say, well, I don't like capsicum. Well, you can swap it for any kind of vegetable topping that you think would work on the pizza. If this is enough for 2 people. So we're going to make one, but we're actually going to halve it to serve. All right. Now we're going to do the celery, and what you do is you dice the celery. So we want 1/3 cup. So to dice it, I tend to go down and do 3 strips. So I hope you're keeping up with me. Remember, your oven's got to be ready to go by the time we get the pizza done. And we're going to just just little dice the celery. And this again is 1/3 cup. Thanks for joining me today. If you're just tuning in, we're making Pizza Supreme. It's called Guilt-Free Pizza out of book 1. All right, so we've done 1/3 cup of onion. Get your celery in. There's 1/3 cup. I might just push that to the side for now. The mushrooms, we need 1/2 cup sliced. So just slice your mushrooms. Now this is the Supreme, and you know, you could change it around to suit. Like sometimes I dice up pumpkin and, you know, microwave it just for a little bit, dry it off really well, and put that on the pizza. And broccoli. I mean, I love lots of different vegetables on my pizza. And if you didn't want the ham, the variation there is you can do it with cooked chicken. So you could do that as well. There's our mushies done. Might as well put that in over there. And then we just got to dice up the capsicum. So it's not hard to do. And as I said, I tend to put everything out and let people make their own pizzas because I think it's so much fun. All right, so 1/3 cup. So thin strips of, and it could be any colour capsicum. I'm just doing red because I've got a bit of green there with the celery, but you could do any colour you like. And dice. So everything's pretty well diced apart from the onion and the mushrooms. And if you're looking for the Lebanese bread, you'll find that in the bread section where all the wraps and everything are as well. It's very easy to find it. Let's do a little bit more. So you've already sliced up onion, you've got your celery and your mushrooms ready. So I hope you're keeping up with me and you've downloaded the recipe if you don't have book 1. Okay. 1/3 cup of capsicum. Now, this is the option. From the camera, because I'm going to now add in the pineapple. It says cut it into slices, but I'm actually going to dice it because I think it's better that way. So just cut thinner pieces of the pineapple like I'm doing, yeah, and then dice it. Let me get that. Now I have used fresh, but if you really wanted to have an easier option, you could use the crushed pineapple or the pineapple pieces and just chop them up that are in the can. The one that you want to use for a healthy canned pineapple is the green labelled golden circle. Now we want 1/3 cup here. That's pretty well right. Oh. And all we have to do now is the ham, and it was 50 grams. I've just weighed 50 grams to make it easy. It's such an easy Friday night dinner. And you know, I've done it with the chicken, and I've actually swapped the tomato paste for barbecue sauce because one of the kids is a mad one for that. And it was really tasty. They loved it. I think with pizzas, the imagination, it's up to you what you could do with their toppings. All right, so now I can remove this. I'm going to wash my hands. And we can start making the pizza. Now, traditionally, of course, pizzas, the base is the thing that's really very high in fat. And then, of course, they're going to top it with lots of full fat cheese and very fatty meat. The worst pizza to buy is the meat lovers. If you're trying to lose weight and be healthy, I'm sorry, do not ever order the meat lovers. So here we go. There's our Lebanese bread. Now, you get 6 in the bag. And I just want to preempt it because on Thursday, we're going to this one over the other side and we're going to be making nachos. I thought this is two things that I really love to make and I never thought you could have healthy, so I wanted to show you this week. And you need to make kebab, use the Lebanese bread to make corn chips. So if you turn the page back, you'll see there's the recipe for the corn chips. And you just need to make one of these for Thursday's recipe. So if you're wanting to make the nachos, then please make sure you don't use them all up with pizzas. All right, so now we start with a tablespoon of tomato paste. As I said, you could always use barbecue sauce if you really don't like the tomato that much. And you know, you could put slices of tomato on here. You could actually add more vegetables if you wanted. It's really up to you. And as I said, I've got the Bega 50% cheese and I grate it freshly because I find that it melts better when you are the one that grates it opposed to buying it pre-grated. So here we go. Let's start. So let's start with the onion first. So this is where it gets fun. You just sprinkle it around so that everyone's going to get, because this is for two people. And I always have like a big salad with it as well on the side because you want to completely be satisfied with such a really healthy meal as that is. So there's my onion done. Now let's do the capsicum. And this is, once again, it's about sprinkling it around so everyone gets the love. Yes. Let's make sure it's all even. Looking good. Then we do the celery. I'd love to know what is your favourite pizza. I'd love you to tell me in the comments what is your go-to pizza, because you could put prawns on this. As I said, chicken. What else do people love on it? That's healthy. Give me healthy options. Right, there's the celery. This pizza's starting to look good. Mushrooms. If you do olives, just be aware that they have got a little bit of fat with them. They're not a bad fat, they're a healthy fat, but you do get extra fat when you put olives on it. Same with anchovies, they're in oil. So there's the little extra things that you don't think about. All right, spreading the mushrooms. And this is why we want the oven to it straight away and get this cooking. And the worst thing you can do is really overload your pizza. Like if it's up this high, you won't even be able to pick it up and put it in your mouth. So that's not going to work. And yes, I've gone pineapple. I'm such a rebel, aren't I? As I said, you could always use the canned pineapple with the green label if you didn't have fresh. But fresh is amazing on it. All right. How are we looking? Bit excited? And then we have the ham. So just spread that around. So it's really just a matter of chopping up the ingredients that you want to go on your pizza and then just spread it around. So a homemade pizza, as I said, I don't buy pizzas because I'm so spoiled with this fantastic version. Why would you? I mean, it's just the best way to enjoy guilt-free pizza. That is for sure. Just making sure the ham is evenly distributed. That's looking great. And the last thing we have to do is the cheese. Now this is the 50 grams or half a cup. And we're going to put this in the oven and we're going to cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once the cheese is melted and it's looking a bit fabulous, that's when you know your pizza's done. Oh, look at this. And as I said, I think you get more cheese, or it feels like you get more cheese when you actually grate it yourself. Look at my little pile here. All right, so there is our Pizza Supreme Book 1. In the oven we go. I'm going to say 15 minutes and check it. And what I'll do is I don't have like an after photo for you, so I'll take a photo and put it finished in the comments for you to see. Now, just remember, keep one of these, at least one, for your nachos. That's per person. And on Thursday, we're going to be going, as I said, into nachos. So that is totally Italian takeaway stuff that's homemade. It's fabulous. So please join me then. But if you would like to win book 1, it's the one to win. All you got to do is like, share, and write something in the comments. That's all you have to do. I mean, when you look at this pizza, how easy was it? I mean, who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? That's right, pizza, nachos, it's all happening this week. And just remember, if you're a vegetarian, you could always not put the ham on and put more veggie on. If you're dairy-free, then you would just use dairy-free cheese. If you wanted to, you could take the ham out, put chicken in instead. It is 8 grams of fat for half that pizza. And when it comes out, you cut it in 6 and you get 3 pieces, chuck a bit of salad with it, and you've got the best pizza ever. Now don't forget, the challenge starts on the 14th of June. Go to simplytoogood.com.au/membership. But I do have a very important thing to tell you. So next Tuesday will be our last Tuesday with Annette show. Oh, well, there's going to be Thursday, so you can always catch Thursday, but I need to make some space in my diary because I've got a new project I'm starting. It's very exciting. You'll be very glad when you hear about it. So unfortunately, Tuesdays will finish next week. It'll be the last one. And before I go, hello Victoria, I hope you're doing well. Let's hope Thursday lockdown. See you on Thursday and have an awesome day. Bye now.